Namaste, this is your friend Fakir Yogi Virendra Yogi, also known as Dr. B.K. Chaudhary, my friend. Today, in this video, I want to share with you 10 life lessons of Buddha. And I request one of my enlightened friend to narrate what are those. We should meditate upon it, we should contemplate on it, and we should make these thoughts the way of living and the path of our life, so that we can get rid of dukkha, the suffering, and we can get real blessedness and happiness. Now go ahead and listen.
Number 1. Practice the middle way. The Buddha says, the root of suffering is desire. Siddhartha Gautama spent the rest of his life reflecting on the 4 noble truths. 1. There is suffering. 2. The cause of suffering is our desires. 3. The solution to our suffering, then, is to release ourselves from our desires. And 4. The noble eightfold path that leads us to our release from suffering. He realized that life was far from perfect, and people often try to distract themselves from realities by seeking material attachments like wealth, fame, and honor. He had the chance to experience this firsthand, being born into a very wealthy family. Before his enlightenment, he walked out of his palace for the first time and saw the 3 harsh realities: poverty, sickness, and death. Embracing asceticism, he later tried to escape the internal sufferings by depriving himself of any material comfort and need. With this, he grew very ill and realized that his asceticism did not spare him from his desires and suffering. Hence, he tells us that we must strive for the middle way, the life between luxury and extreme poverty, a balance between overindulging and depriving ourselves of the things we desire. To practice the middle way, one must free oneself of one's desires. We must celebrate the idea of just enough and embrace a more balanced, sustainable lifestyle that embraces the pleasures of existence rather than those of consumption. Nurse Bronnie Ware, an Australian nurse who focused on caring for terminally ill people, says that one of the common regrets of a dying person is, "I wish I hadn't worked so hard." We tend to lose too much of our time chasing things that are easily disposable, getting the latest gadgets, wanting to get a new position, wanting to make 5 digits in our bank account. But after getting all of these things, we still find ourselves wanting more, or sadly, that we do not seem happy with it. When we equate our happiness with getting what we desire, we will never be happy, and will suffer every day. Number 2. Adopt the right view. According to the Buddha, do not get upset with people or situations. Both are powerless without your reaction. The Buddha is asking us to adopt the right view, to be more philosophical about the opinions we hold, to become aware of what we think, and then to inquire more deeply into why we think what we think. Only then can we know if our thoughts are true, false, or confused. Our thoughts affect our daily decisions and relationships deeply, and we would make better decisions in all aspects of our lives if we were clearer about the foundations of our own thinking. The problem with us is that we tend to react quickly to things that happen around us.